Hello guys, how we doing? Bill Kent here and just doing another quick Facebook Live. I finished my challenges, people will know, sort of 2 or 3 days ago. It seems to be quite popular. It seems to make quite an impact. It's motivated and inspired other people to do things, which is really good to hear always, obviously. So I'm going to try and keep doing them. It might not always be exactly at 2 o'clock, but I'm trying to keep this all the time. This time does work for me. It works for other people. Doesn't work for some others, but people do catch the lives back. I shot a quick one on the way back from the gym this morning. I like the impromptu lives when something comes into my mind, just like to talk about it. And it's sort of it was roundabout bouncing back off what the lives have been doing and things like that. And it seems it's really helped out Ills. It's helped out one of my dominators. It's helped out other people. So just get out there and do it. And so if you've got an idea, share it and do what you're doing, because people will be watching and things like that. And that's another reason I've done today's live. Today's now is just sort of saying to people, keep pushing out the content, because you never know really what's going to work and what doesn't going to work. And I've been sort of testing things with some shorts and some reels lately. Testing some different ideas and mixing up like headlines and titles and things like that. And believe it or not, when you start stumbling on things and trying different things, you're going to find things that work, okay, and things that don't work so well. And that's the idea, testing and testing all the time. And I've been using CapCut a lot. CapCut is very good for these sort of things. You can just grab it from your phone, you can scroll through, you can find some templates. Now you can either customize these templates as your own, or you can go on to just find a template and you can just save it to your phone straight away, and then just upload it yourself. It's easy to do, and you've still got the uploader's ID in the corner, so it's still branding that person and showing it's from their ID. But it helps to create interest. It helps to create activity. It gets eyeballs on you and what you're doing. That's what it's all about. And lately, I've been testing a few different headlines out, and something seems to be working better than others, which is really good. It starts to give you a feel of what people are looking for, what sort of links to do, maybe what sort of headlines to do, what you can involve with, and you're getting feedback. Now, I generally make a Facebook reel. I find the CapCut video. I'll make it with my own, mix up with some of my own picture templates, or I'll just save it completely and upload it, and then I'll share that to Facebook Reels, maybe to Instagram, over the Clapper and YouTube Shorts, stuff like that, and see what's going on over there. I don't use TikTok much now. I just found TikTok to be so what's the word, restrictive. It's always taking videos down for no reason, because then you appeal them, they get put back up. It just becomes very hard work, and I can't be doing with it. It's just no need for it, because their guidelines and their algorithms and their computer algorithms are just way too strict, because videos are just disappearing all the time. So I don't use that now. I was using it when I was over in RPM for the video challenge, but I don't do it now. So, but if this is one thing that you should be all doing. Some people say they don't like to get on camera, they don't like to do lives, they're not interested in getting their face on camera and things like that, which is all well and good. This is great. Okay, you're missing out on branding yourself, because it's so important for people to build that know, like, and trust factor with you and get to know who you are. But there's still other ways of doing it, like using CapCut and doing things like that. So when I can show you the last just over the last 2 or 3 days, sort of share the screen. I'll give you a quick show of like the YouTube Shorts that I've been doing. We're not getting the hundreds of thousands of views, but you'll be able to see that they are actually getting, some are definitely doing better than others. So I'm going to jump over here quickly. I'm sort of looking down the phone as well to see how things are going. Just jump over to my YouTube Shorts here. As you can see, the last 2, I've started to mix up the headlines. We can see a look at the last 5, and I started to change headlines and change the way I was doing things a little bit. Okay, we got 2 that sort of dipped down there, so I'll look at those and see what I did different. But they were ones using my own photo templates. They didn't get as much interaction, they didn't get as much views, that's for sure. But certainly the last 2, when I started to change it and really focus on the headlines and things like that, and backing up the headline with the video that I was doing. As you can see, yesterday's one got 1,700 or the day before. And I normally upload these late in the evening, and quite a few comments. And the one I did last night, which is 10 p.m. sort of UK time, round about that I do it between 9 and 10 in the evening. It's got 2,500 views. So, you know, and one a few days ago got 1,200. These are not mass numbers, and these are just recently I've really started to test ideas and try different templates and look at what wording. And it certainly doesn't come down to hashtags, that's for sure. I know a lot of people sort of sing a lot about hashtags, but these are definitely not done using hashtags. I mean, there are some in there, but I'm definitely finding that the better way forward is to do with the headline, the initial headline, because especially with a YouTube short, you've only got under a minute, so you're looking for short videos and people's time span, and you've got to catch their attention. So if you can be asking a question on the headline, seems to work exceptionally well. You know, just that asking a short question, how it appeals to them. People that are then curious by nature, they're going to have a look. You know, and you can prompt even better, like that. As you see, the one day before that prompted people to actually leave their opinion on things. Now, these are sort of still low numbers because I'm only just sort of testing the idea. But once I start to get the feel of it and start to grab these headlines that work and catch people's attention, and then the views should naturally grow, because that's how these social media platforms operate. Once you get something that sparks a bit of interest and they can see it's getting more views, it's getting more comments, they then start to show your content more, and so it becomes like a knock-on effect. That's how they work. When they're not getting the initial views at the beginning, when they're not getting that interaction, you know, and it just has the opposite effect. Literally, they'll stop showing and say, well, people don't seem to like this, it's not getting the views, not getting the content, and stuff like that. Now, a lot of people do bang on about hashtags. I don't really think hashtags make a lot of difference now. They're not as big as they used to be before. People may differ on that, and there's so many arguments about, should you use 3 to 5 hashtags, should you use 9 hashtags, should you just keep them narrowed down to a specific niche. Again, I mean, it's testing. I've done all different sort of testing with hashtags, and I have found that they don't really make much difference, especially lately with what I've been doing. I have found that the initial headline makes a massive difference. It makes a whole lot of difference in how the video gets shown and seen and stuff like that. And it's the same with the reels. If I go to show you some of my recent reels, let me show you what we're doing over there. Again, I mix it up. I either go with using CapCut because it is such a good tool to use. If I just jump over to Facebook, let's go into my profile over here. Let's go on to, let's put up the reels. Okay, let's have a look. Now, that, as you can see, they're definitely getting better. Some are low, but when you're testing things, that's what you expect. You expect things to sort of drop down. You know, this is one again that was just put up 9:10 p.m. last night. It's got 600. The day before was around about 600. Got a drop there, so I'll have a look at why that one is. I can't actually see the numbers on that one. Got sort of lower ones there, but then a few days ago I had one that really sort of took quite early. It's got well over 1,000 now, and that was hitting that hit that number really early on. I think come the morning after sort of 12 hours. Or less than 12 hours, it was in the sort of 900s or something like 800 or 900. So as you can see, the concept works, and this is what we say to people. You know, you've got to keep doing these things, because it's not always about just getting your link out in front of them as well. Because if you're just pushing yourself out and your content, because if people are seeing your reels, they're seeing your profile, okay, and most people are curious by nature, they're going to take a look. You know, it's the same as if you're sharing to these social media platforms. If you're doing this on a regular basis, you're just getting yourself seen on a regular basis, okay, and that's what they're going to be doing. So, you know, these are the things you've got to be doing. Keep testing different things until you find that one that works. And this is what you should always be doing as a marketer. So if you're finding something that I've found, the way I'm wording headlines is having more effect, I'm going to start doing more of them. And it literally becomes a domino effect. When you start showing stuff that's getting more views on a social media platform, like the latest shorts of mine are definitely creeping up in the views, because I've only just started doing this since I sort of come out of the challenge. When they know that, they're going to show your video more, and then you're naturally going to get more views, and your averages will be higher. Then you're going to prompt more comments and more views, etc. It becomes a domino effect. and then they just push it up. This is how it works. This is how the algorithms work on all these platforms, and just getting that ball rolling. But if you're not doing things, you're not pushing out that content, if you're not trying the ideas and testing to see what works and what doesn't, then you're not going to get the results. You can't just put one out, make it, put it up there and see if it works and see what the result does, and don't do anything else, because that doesn't get you anywhere. Try different ideas. Things are so easy to do now. Everybody's got the phone with them. You've got the likes of the CapCut, which makes life so easy. You've got a multitude of different templates. You can search by niche on the templates from your phone, so you can get ones that are targeted to whatever you're doing, whatever your interest is. So you can pull up these themed templates that are going to fit right in your niche, doesn't matter what it is. And then you can either use that template yourself, or you can save it, you can edit it over, you can add your own text to it, you can add your own images to it or whatever. And then once you got it, you just upload it to the social media platforms. It's so easy to do, and these things can be done very quickly and easily, especially once you get the hang of it. It's quite easy to do. Sometimes the bit that takes the longest is choosing which template to use, and then I'll just find one that I like the look of. Yeah, it's got a good theme, it's putting out a good message, it's asking a good question, put a good title on it, load it up, and push it out to the social media platforms. It really is as easy as that. And that is just something else that you should be doing that adds to your daily consistent plan of action all the time. And you're doing it all the time and adding to what you do, because it's all about keeping that momentum, keeping the ball rolling. So you're doing your Facebook posts, you're doing a Facebook Live, you're pushing out your shorts, putting some content somewhere. Maybe you've got some ads running on some traffic exchanges. Maybe you're one of these people that likes to buy traffic and you're using paid traffic. Again, that should be a testing process. Test out different providers and things like that. Test your headlines. And this is how it should be treated all the time, and constantly doing anything that is working on growing your business. And that's what it's all about. That's what we say to people. It doesn't matter what you're doing, doesn't matter what your action is. You should be doing something always that is going towards proactively growing your business, and that can be attending a live training, or just attending a training that's in one of your back offices or whatever. Like with the OLSP program, there's tons of high value training in there. We got all the academy training, you've got the Dominator training, you've got tons more coming when the new site gets launched. So these are the things that you should be doing, and because endless scrolling and losing time through Facebook is just a no-no. It's not going to do you any good. So you should always be doing something that's actively growing towards your business. So that's why I put out the title today, to be always pushing out content and testing content and doing whatever you're doing. So it does make a difference, and you've got to be testing these things. Always be testing and trying different things. That's how I've managed to find those YouTube short ones that they're definitely a noticeable difference now. The views are creeping up. They're getting in the high numbers, because I can see what's working, because I've been trying these different ideas and trying different headline, try different template. Do I have my own images into it? Do I keep most of the original template? And the wording is working. That's what my general feeling is at the moment. Because I've been testing it and trying out the different options, you're starting to see what works. And this is what everybody should be doing all the time. There's no case to just grab your link and post it on your timeline, which is a bad idea because Facebook will just penalise you. No good just dropping it in a money group because people aren't going to see it. They're not going to take any notice. You need to be actively growing your business and doing these things, and using the social media platforms, doing reels and shorts and all the rest of it is one of the many powerful methods that you can be doing to do that, because it's all about branding yourself, getting people to know, like, and trust you, putting your content out there and testing and tweaking things all the time, so then you can see what works and what doesn't. It's no good just throwing something out there, and if you're not monitoring it, not testing it and seeing what results it's getting, what good's that? It's no good to anybody. You've got to be monitoring everything that you're doing to see what's working and what's not, so then you can work on scaling that works, and winding down or changing what isn't working. And it should be a constant thing that you're doing all the time. You should always be looking to improve what you're doing, looking to get more views, looking to get more leads coming in at the end of the day, and do anything that's actively going towards growing your business. So we're going to just knock out another one today. This is the second live of the day. I did one on my way home from the gym. I did that was shot about 7 o'clock this morning on my way home. So check out the one if you haven't seen that one before. That's about inspiring and motivating people, and people are always watching you. And this is the one just sort of want to focus on pushing out content, things like that, and testing all the time and trying different things that works, and then you'll see what works and what doesn't, and what gets you eyeballs and what doesn't. So I hope you found that useful. I'm going to try and do some more impromptu lives. I'm going away this week, so I'll see what I can do from when I'm away. But when I come back, I've already got a new challenge lined up for myself that people can join and follow along with. But I'm not going to tell people what that is until I get back. So thanks for watching. Whatever you're doing, have a great day. And I'll catch you on the next live. Cheers and bye now.